Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a bit of a follow-up on my previous video, which was how to stop procrastinating. If you haven't seen that video, then I'll leave a link up in the description cards thing either side / down below. But this video is talking about how to be productive. So maybe you've stopped finally procrastinating and you're ready to be productive. How do you do it? So for me, they're very much linked, but these are definitely some different tips. So I have 7 tips for you to help you to be more productive. So if you like this kind of video and you like my sort of content, then I'd love it if you would subscribe. I put out a video at least once a week, and like this video if you enjoy it. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so the first thing that I have to help you to be productive, and this definitely works for me, is make a list of everything that you need to do, and then that way you can tick it off as you go. It can be kind of scary sometimes to actually make a list, because then you can see just how much that you have to do, and that in itself can be kind of overwhelming, so you might procrastinate. So watch my video about procrastination. But having a list of stuff to do can be really helpful, and like I say, you tick things off as you go, which can be super beneficial. So whether it's like physically writing a list, or it might be having a list on your phone, or whatever it is that you can kind of like put a line through once you're done with it. So that's my first tip for you. My second tip to help you to be more productive is to break your tasks down into smaller chunks. It gets overwhelming if you have these really big, enormous tasks that you need to do. Like, for example, right, cleaning your house. If you know that you need to clean your house, but it just seems so much to do, it's much more achievable, and you're far more likely to actually do it. Instead of saying, I want to clean my whole house, you say, I just want to clean the kitchen. If I get the kitchen done, that's good, I will have achieved something. Because as soon as you get on a roll of actually achieving stuff, then you're far more likely to want to do other things as well. So that's a really awesome tip to be productive, is actually to break it down if you can. Like, same thing with an essay, right? Like, instead of thinking about the essay as, oh my god, this is 5,000 words, break it down into the parts. Like, okay, I just want to do my introduction right now. That's what, maybe 300-400 words? Cool. That's alright, that's manageable. I can manage 300-400 words, and you're far more likely to actually get that done rather than thinking about it, you know, as the whole thing and just freaking out and being like, oh my god, this is too much. This is something that I said in my How to Stop Procrastinating video, but this is equally as relevant for, you know, how to be productive, is start with the easiest thing first. Everything's all about getting on a roll, right? And getting into the zone where you feel really good and you can get lots of stuff done. I always find starting with the easiest thing first to be so helpful, because if I'm starting with the hardest thing, I'm much more likely to procrastinate, and I'm much more likely to be overwhelmed by it. Whereas if I start with something easy, I'm way more likely to continue going, because I'm like, oh, that wasn't so hard. I can kind of fool myself into thinking that I've got this when really I don't. So it's a really useful thing to do, is just start off small. Start off with the small things. Once you're on a roll, then you can move on to the bigger, harder things. My fourth tip for being productive, and this is gonna sound kind of obvious, but you wanna set aside time, obviously. You wanna set aside some time to get stuff done, but you also don't wanna have too much time either. So again, one thing that I find is, you know, if I go into uni and I have the entire day to get whatever it is that I need to do done, I find that I'm actually not productive in that time that I'm there. Whereas break it up into blocks, right? So say it's a couple of hours. You need to have enough time that you can actually get on a roll and start getting stuff done without constantly being interrupted. But you also don't want to have so much time that the day seems to go on forever and ever, and there's no breaks in what you're doing, because we can't be productive all the time. Like, it's just not possible. It's very hard to just be continually straight productive like throughout the whole day. Set aside some time, but not so much time. I think ideally, depending on obviously whatever it is that you're trying to do, make sure you have enough but not too much time. So my fifth tip for you guys in order to be productive is to organize your stuff. When you're trying to get stuff done, you don't want to be thinking, oh, I wish I had such and such, and oh, this would be so much easier if I had such and such. So organize yourself beforehand. Make sure you have everything that you need to do whatever it is that you want to do. Whether it be like, again, I'm going back to the cleaning example. You're cleaning your house. Say that you want to, you know, clean your house, but you don't have any cleaning products. How are you going to do it? So of course, you're not going to be anywhere near as productive if you don't have the tools that you need in order to do what it is that you need to do. And also, it's the whole thing of, if your workspace is organized, your mind is organized kind of thing. You know, have you guys ever felt the idea of, you know, when you come home to a messy house, it kind of just makes you feel a bit stressed out? It's the same thing with if you actually want to get stuff done. Having an organized, tidy area can be really helpful to feel productive. So organize your stuff first, it will make a big difference. My sixth tip for you on how to be productive is, again, I mentioned this one in my how to procrastinate video, but again, it's equally as relevant. So it's to do with your cell phone. So turn your cell phone on silent or vibrate or whatever it is and put it away where you can't see it. Having that constant, and this goes for emails too, if you're in a working environment or whatever. If you can mute the notifications on your email or your phone or whatever, you're way more likely to be productive and stay productive if you can't see these little notifications, because as soon as you see them, you want to check it. So hide your notifications, hide your phone, hide your email, hide whatever it is that's going to distract you. My final tip for you guys in order to be productive is to, you know, eat healthy, nutritious food. Trust me, I know you want to eat like sugary snacks and you want to have junk food and things like that when you're really busy and you feel like, I need this in order to be productive. I need to have the sugar. I need to have, you know, whatever it is in order to just like get me into that zone that I need to do. But the thing is that, yes, you can have those things and you will have like a sugar high or whatever for like 10 minutes, but after that point you're gonna have such a sugar low, or you're gonna have a crash in your energy levels. Whereas if you have something healthy like some nuts or seeds or something like that, something that's not gonna make your blood sugars like spike really high, you're far more likely to actually be productive and remain productive, because you're fueling your body with healthy, nourishing food, and that includes your mind, don't forget. So you want to nourish your body with some good food. If you really are craving something that's sweet, then I would recommend going for something like some bliss balls or something like that, that's a little bit more nutritious. Yes, it still provides you with some sugar, but at least it's more natural sugars rather than something that's going to make you absolutely peak your blood sugar levels and then come crashing down. Try and just fuel your body with stuff that's actually going to be beneficial. And other things to mention is having a good sleep. Again, the obvious one is that having a good night's sleep. If you're not sleeping well, you're not going to be productive. So ensure that you are sleeping, whatever it is that, you know, amount that you need, get that. So make sure that you're sleeping enough, because sleep is so important when it comes to trying to be productive. If you're feeling tired, you're just going to feel sluggish and you're not going to get what it is that you need to actually do done. So yeah, those are my tips on how to be productive. Like I said in my earlier video, I am a uni student at the moment, so trying to be productive and getting in the zone and like feeling that flow of being productive can be really difficult to achieve sometimes. And I am the worst at procrastinating, I can tell you that right now. So that's why I came up with these videos on how to stop procrastinating and how to be productive, to try and help some of you guys out, whether it be school, work, uni, whatever it is, just to help you guys out, because believe me, I've been there, it sucks. I'm not always perfect either, and I think that's the thing to remember, is to not beat yourself up if you aren't as productive as you thought you were going to be that day, because our workflow just kind of goes like this. So you'll get there eventually. Try not to let yourself be stuck by anxiety about what it is that you're doing. Anyway, I'll leave it at that so that I'm not rambling on for ages. If you have any tips that you have to share with me and my followers about what helps you to be productive, please leave those in the comments below. I would love to know what it is that helps you to be productive, so that maybe I can incorporate some of those things too. And yeah, so that's it for this video. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.